A West Side neighborhood will soon have a large void.
9 homes are being demolished on Tremont Boulevard, a northwest Grand Rapids neighborhood nowhere near the water. But the problem is chronic flooding.
24-hour News 8's Joe LaFurci is live with this story, all new at 6 o'clock. Joe?
Yeah, Brian and Sue, take a look here in the 2000 block of Tremont. We're between Shawmut and Colville Avenue and streets, and take a look at what's left of a couple of these houses. 2 of the 9 houses that'll come down. The foundation remains, the smokestack, the chimney, if you will, remains, but not much else. Wrecking crews getting things started on things this afternoon. For years, a quick, heavy rain flooded homes in this neighborhood. Officials tell us the most inexpensive solution is to buy up all these houses and tear them down. But the neighbors left behind fear they'll pay another kind of price. For most little boys, it's better than any video game.
Nathan is tipping in.
The cling-clang of heavy equipment tearing stuff apart. But for the people still living on Tremont, the neighborhood will never be the same. Ed Kettle has lived in his home for 31 years.
It's a little heartbreaking in many ways for everybody in this neighborhood, you know.
The issue, every few years, heavy rains inundate Tremont, backing up the storm drain and flooding homes. The drain system in the area is simply too small to handle more than a couple of inches of rain in a 1-hour period. The most obvious solution would be to build a bigger drain, but that new pipe would have to be 3/4 of a mile long.
The cost for that was, depending on whose numbers, between $5 and $10 million.
So the most cost-effective solution, according to officials, get rid of the problem by getting rid of the homes. Residents in the flood zone agreed to sell their houses. Most of the project's $1.3 million price tag is covered by a FEMA grant, with the City of Grand Rapids and County Drain Department picking up portions of the cost as well. The project could be one for the history books. FEMA often buys up homes along waterways because of flooding issues, but not on a city block far from the water. Once the homes are cleared, the city will make the site an open field with plans for a park one day. And that's where the uncertainty for Kettle comes in. A man who, after a few days, will be on an island.
I didn't move in this neighborhood to live next to a park or a prairie or whatever it's going to be. I moved in here because of the Andersons and Petroskis and Lynn and all my neighbors, you know.
And just to give you an idea of the scope of this project, these are the homes on the north side of Tremont, and just located across the street, you see those construction fences put up. Those are several other of these homes. Again, a park is phase 3 for this project. Problem is, there's no money set aside for that park right now. People in the neighborhood will meet on Thursday night to talk about the tear down and plans for the future. That meeting is set for 6 o'clock in the multi-purpose room at Holy Spirit Church. That's at 2230 Lake Michigan Drive, just up the street of that again Thursday night. Live in Grand Rapids, Joe LaFurci, 24-hour News 8.